Hi, I'm Ann Heywood, and today I'm giving a tour of my exhibit, Sustainable Paintings, Local Landscapes. I'm here in Midcoast, Maine, a town called Damariscotta. Very beautiful. And to my right is a building that was formerly a church and a schoolhouse at different times. That building is where Savory Maine Dining Provisions is, and that's where my show is. Let's go in and see it. It's early Sunday morning, so we have the building to ourselves before they open. Savory Maine is a restaurant that sources over 90% of its food from the state of Maine. All of it is organically grown, grass-fed, or wild harvested. And I'm an artist whose paintings are inspired by my environment. And to me, making paintings means making something that is timeless and that feeds the soul. So the connection between me and Savory Maine was pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty obvious. There are 24 pieces in this show, and I'm just going to talk about a selection of them. This is Easy Chair. I love to paint subjects that combine landscapes with a suggested human presence. Of course, the chair is the human presence here. It tells you that somebody was here at some point, but why and what they did here and how long they were here, all of those are questions that, well, who knows the answers to. And that's the interest that I enjoy creating with my paintings, because it brings you, the viewer, into what I do. There's a tilted chair, it's an office chair most likely. What's it doing outside? But it looks comfortable. It reminds me of relaxation and fun. What it really reminds me of is that sign on the highway as you drive into Maine that says, "Maine, the way life should be." We've just come in the foyer, and now we're in the main dining room. This is where most of my paintings are in the show. I'd like to give you the feeling of the building that we're in and show you all the way around, a 360-degree view of everything here. This is my painting called Mist, and it's what I call one of my haystack series. No haystacks here, but what I liken it to is Monet painted haystacks, the same haystacks, in different lights, at different times, and so forth. And I found myself painting this small island on the Damariscotta Lake exactly like that, at different times, in different ways, different seasons, and so forth. This is the view from our wharf in Nobleboro, and it's one that I'm very familiar with. In Mist, it is all about the mist. It's the feeling that's created by this mist that goes right around the island. Although it's not in front of the island, it isolates it somewhat because it's on the left very strong, and on the right a little less strong. But the isolation of the island doesn't really, I think, create something that's threatening. It's still a very calm and soothing painting, still something that feeds my soul. This is a small painting called Great Escape, small but great. This is a scene of Moraine Cove, which is on the Damariscotta Lake also. My in-laws' summer cottage isn't far from here, so it's in an area that I'm pretty familiar with. The view is looking at the cove from above and from a pretty good distance here. There's vegetation on the right and the front, and on the left you can see one of the faraway shores, which is basically all trees also. You see the water between that. But it's something, you have to look closely at this piece because that will give you an idea about why I named it Great Escape. If you look closely, you can see a small dot of a boat and its wake streaming out beyond it, and that is the Great Escape. This is Sidefield Early Morning, and it brings us to the town of Waldoboro, where my gallery / studio / school is located. In fact, this is the side field to that property, and it's on a very early morning in late fall. In fact, you can see some little bits of snow on the ground already, and like I said, very early, and so there is that morning mist happening where the ground is warmer than the air is warmer than the ground. I forget how that goes, but it creates this heavy air, and all the shapes become softer. The lights are very interesting colors. And for me, this is a very peaceful painting and one that really embodies serenity. This painting is called Symphony in Blue and Orange. I think just by looking at it, you can kind of tell why in some ways. This is our neighbor's float, and so it's very familiar to me. But look at that arm draped in the middle of all the blue water, blue sky, and the green and so forth. It's just fun. It reminds me of fun times. Again, no people are here, but you know they have been, and probably will be very shortly. Just a beautiful color, smack in the middle of everything that is different, but very quiet and still. And again, this is a very early morning scene before the kids woke up. This is heading back. Maine Route 1 is the inspiration for this piece, and if you're familiar with that route, if you're not familiar with that route, it's a major mid-coast route that runs up the coast, so it's very well traveled. Since I travel well, I know it pretty well. One large, exciting cloud formation and a bright yellow sky in the distance, and one car. Here's the question. Is the car coming or is the car going? And where is it heading? Or is it heading back to or back from? Or with the bright yellow in the distance, though, it does seem a little bit contemplative. I'm definitely happy. It's a lot very dark painting in some areas, but it is a happy painting. It does make you think, I think. Again, a car means someone's there, but no human presence. And something that still gives, I think, a nice feeling of looking forward to happiness. I hope you enjoyed this mini tour. My show, Sustainable Paintings, Local Landscapes, will be up until June 17th at Savory, Maine. And the opening is this Friday, May 16th from 3 to 5. So if you get a chance, if you're in the area, stop by, and I'd love to see you. And thanks for taking the tour. And thank you, Bob, for recording this.